and the doctor says the reason why I sit and cough and wheeze is all along of varmint, like the cheese mites in the cheese. The smallest kind of varmint, but varmint all the same. Microscopes or something. I forget the varmint's name, but I knows as I'm a goner. They never said as much, but I reads the people's faces, and I knows as I am such. Well, there's Hurst to mind the horses, and the hounds can look to Jack, though he never was a patch on me in handling of a pack. You'll maybe think I'm boasting, but you'll find they all agree that there's not a whip in Surrey as can handle hounds like me. For I knew 'em all from puppies, and I'd tell 'em without fail. If I seed a tail a wagging, I could tell who wagged the tail. And voices, why, Lord love you, it's more than I can help. It just comes kind of natural to know each whine and yelp. You might take them 20 couple where you will and let 'em run, and I'd listen by the cover side and name 'em one by one. I say it's kind of natural, for since I was a brat, I never cared for reading books or fancy things like that. But give me hounds and horses, and I was quite content. And I loved to hear 'em talking and to wonder what they meant. And when the hydrophoby came 5 year ago next May, when Naylor was behaving in a most audacious way, I fixed him so's he couldn't bite, my hands on neck and back, and I heaved him from the kennels, and they say I saved the pack. And when the master heard of it, he up and says he, if that chap were a soldier man, they'd give him the V.C., which is some kind of medal what they give to soldier men, and master said if I were such, I would have got it then. Parson brought his Bible and come to read to me. Have what you like, there's everything within this book, says he. Says I, they've left the horses out. Says he, you are mistook. And he up and read a heap of things about them from the book. And some of it amazing fine, although I'm fit to swear no horse would ever say ah, same as they said it there. Perhaps it was an Hebrew horse the chap had in his mind, but I never heard an English horse say nothing of the kind. Parson is a good un. I've known him from a lad. 'Twas me as taught him riding, and he rides uncommon bad. And he says, but hark and listen. There's an horn. I heard it blow. Pull the blind from off the winder. Prop me up and hold me so. They're drawing the black hanger just aside the squire's grounds. Hark and listen. Hark and listen. There's the yapping of the hounds. There's Fanny and Bell Tinker, and I heard old Boxer call. You see, I wasn't boasting when I said I knew 'em all. Let me sit and hold the bed rail. Now I see 'em as they pass. There's Squire upon the Midland mare, a good un on the grass. But this is closish country, and you wants a clever horse, when half the time you're in the woods and half among the gorse. Hark to Jack a-hollering, a-bleating like a lamb. And you wouldn't think it now, perhaps, to see the thing I am, but there was a time the ladies used to linger at the meet just to hear me calling in the woods. My calling was so sweet. I see the crossroads corner, with the field a-waiting there. There's Purcell on his piebald horse, and Doctor on the mare, and the master on his iron grey. She isn't much to look, but I seen her do clean 20 foot across the Eathley brook. There's Captain Kane and McIntyre and half a dozen more, and 2 or 3 are hunting whom I never seed afore. Likely-looking chaps they be, well-groomed and horsed and dressed. I wish they could have seen the pack when it was at its best. It's a check, and they are drawing down the coppice for a scent. You can see as they've been running for the horses they are spent. I lay the fox will break this way, downwind as sure as fate. And if he does, you'll see the field come pounding through our gate. But Maggie, what's that slinking beside the cover? See? Now it's in the clover field and going fast and free. It's him, and they don't see him. It's him! Hallo! Hallo! My broken wind won't run to it. I'll leave the job to you. There now, I hear the music, and I know they're on his track. Oh, watch 'em, Maggie, watch 'em. Ain't they just a lovely pack?